here with another Plague Inc. guide. Today we are going to be doing the bioweapon. Similar to the virus, it takes care of one of the elements of the game for you. The bioweapon grows lethal on its own over time, so you won't have to worry about evolving lethal symptoms per se, but more controlling the lethalness of the plague itself. And you'll see how that goes while we're moving along. So we're going to start with ATP boost. It helps to have some points at the very beginning of the game. Genetic Mimic, Aquasite, Extremophile, and Pathostasis. Our ability costs don't increase, and there's quite a few abilities in here. That's why you want to keep that low compared to like Symptostasis that we've been using for a lot of the plague so far. So let's begin. We're going to start in Saudi Arabia, and they're already working on a cure similar to the nanovirus. And here is the tree for the abilities. This reduces likelihood of lethal genes being unlocked over time. This reduces lethal, reduce lethality by deactivating key genes, controlling toxin production, and reset lethal potential of weapon. Will take time to regenerate. So as you fill these in, it weakens your plague, but it unlocks a button here in the middle that acts as a kill switch. So at the very beginning, we are going to grab symptoms because it'll build up severity that we need, while also giving us some infection. Put this at ×3. Grab Paranoia. And while you're playing, you want to keep an eye on the death counter, because that will start to go up. Gonna need 8 points for sneezing. There it is. So we got a nice infection going without putting any transmission points in yet. So like I said, keep an eye on the death counter, because this becomes lethal over time, and you have to reset that and keep it, not getting too crazy, because it'll slow down your infections, but also will ramp up cure rate. So I am going to put a point into the lower part of this already. Reset lethal potential of weapon will take time to regenerate. It's only 1 point, but I don't want it killing anybody yet. We'll come back to transmissions here. So there's already a death. So that's what we're trying to keep minimal right now. Keep this. Reduces lethality by deactivating key genes. So you want to do this when it's lethal, like it is right now. Reduce likelihood of lethal genes being locked over time. So it's okay to grab these right away, even though it's kind of expensive. We could have probably put some transmissions in, but it slows it down in the long run by grabbing them as soon as possible. Come back to transmissions. We're going to want Air 1 for 10 points. Grab Water 2. And this is killing again. See, the numbers getting kind of crazy there. So we'll reset it again. And deactivate one of the toxin being produced in the plague. And they discovered us at 40-some million. That's pretty good. Drug resistance. And we need 17 for Air 2. Grab Air 2 here. Pause this for a second. A bunch just came up. Come back. Grab Bug 1 and Bird 1 and Extreme Bioaerosol. And this should give us the transmissions that we need to keep this going. We will need to buy the rest of our resistances here. It's 26 points, which we now have. And slow this down one more time. You see there's already 2,000 people dead in the world. Hopefully this ship is going to Greenland here. No, it's going to Iceland. So we need to get into Greenland and Morocco. Morocco I'm not worried about. Pneumonia mutated. There we are. We are in to Greenland. So this is our kill switch. You'll see it, lethality jumps all the way, severity, and infectivity. I am going to grab a genetic hardening right now and try to make the cure slow down as much as possible. I want infectivity to get going in Greenland before I make this lethal. As you see, deaths are climbing on their own right now, and I don't even have lethal symptoms. So let this build up in Greenland, because it kills fast and we have plenty of points for genetic reshuffles. So I'm not worried about this so much right now. So it's going in Greenland. We'll activate the kill switch and pull a genetic reshuffle for 33 points. And look at that death rate. That's why you want Greenland to become infected quite a bit before pulling that trigger. So 162 points, like I said, it's over. But this will get you some points in the end for having a more complex plague. If you want a higher rating, if you care about that kind of thing, you have the points, so why not spend them? Like I said, bioweapon kind of gets rid of one of the elements of the game for you and just makes you manage the lethalness of the plague itself through its ability tree. And so it's not that difficult, but I hope you enjoyed this guide. I hope it helped. Please drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will hopefully see you in the next guide.